and yeah, we all say the exact same things. Now, finally today, your teeth falling out, going to the toilet and being unprepared for an exam, usually the leaving cert, are the most common dreams we have. But what do they mean? Well, joining the panel now to talk about the significance of dreams is dream interpreter Alison Byrne. And you've been texting in your dream questions throughout the show, but first, the Midday cameras were finding out what you dream about. Have a look.
Yeah, do you know, like I actually was recently in a car crash, so they're constantly repeating the car crashes as well. So these are kind of symbolise things as well in the dreams. So
I would sometimes on the verge of nightmares, which can be quite scary, but not recurrent. But I do take them as part of life and part of my brain really trying to work out things that are going on in my own life.
Yeah, I can think of a dream that I had and I got 6 lot of numbers and I only remembered 5 and I did get 5 numbers.
Well, I remember having an out-of-body experience of that's, and I floating on the ceiling looking down at myself when I was after having a hysterectomy and it went wrong.
Generally, though, if I do have a dream, something happens during the day to signify either that, and I say, oh God, that was sort of like my dream last night, but I really don't. No, I wouldn't have reoccurring dreams.
Well, the one that I had for many, many years was the dream that my Leaving Cert exam was on the next day and I had not studied, and I have to say that every time I woke up I was very relieved.
Listen, we've all had that dream, Alison, about the Leaving Cert. Why do we dream, for a start?
There's a number of different reasons why we dream. The most common one is to just rehash whatever has been going on either that day or that week or that month, the more recent things, because when we're going through life day to day, we're busy and we don't always have time to think through, now why did that happen and why did I think that and all that. So when we're asleep, our unconscious mind comes into play and starts to look after all those things, and it's just, how did I feel about that? That's okay, will I look at that again? That sort of stuff. So that's the simplest reason for dreaming. Another reason is to inspire us. There are an awful lot of things going on in our unconscious mind, and sometimes we just don't pay attention to the different talents we have or the different projects that we should be going towards. So did you ever hear somebody saying, oh, I just got it in a dream? It's that sort of thing. It prompts us forward in life. And matching that one then is the, if you're mulling over a problem and you just can't find a solution, and it can pop into your mind in a dream.
A lot of us dream like everybody here has a dream on the panel that they prompt to ask, but we've got a lot of people texting in saying that in their dreams that they're running away from something, or like they were in an airplane crash, or, stressful things, or someone's trying to murder them.
Yes.
What does that mean?
See, our dreams, our unconscious is talking in symbols to us. So 3 people could dream about different things, like a cat in an airplane and making a cake, and they'd all come back to the same thing. So it depends on what it means to you. Like people talk about a black cat. I always give this as an example because it means good luck in some countries, bad luck in some countries. There are people terrified of cats, there are people allergic, people who love cats. So it depends what it means to you. So you'd question the dreamer and say, where were you? What was the, what time of day was it? Was it sunny? Who was around you? That sort of thing, to get more information. And that way you get all the details, and then you get all the associations with all the details, and then you have your interpretation. So it's a couple of steps to it.
Terry, I know you had a dream. You have a dream where you've lost a baby.
I only had
lost.
one. I only had one son, and when he was about 6 months, I started to have this dream, and I'd be out, I'd be on the bus, and I'd be on my way home, and I'd suddenly think, oh bloody hell, I left the baby on the bus, and. Somebody would say very helpfully to me, you have to go to the lost property office. I went to the lost property office, and there was the most discourteous sod of a guy in the lost property office who said, the babies are all over there. And I went over there, and they had this thing in my dream that was like a coat stand, except that in the ring around it, there was just babies inserted. And the total nightmare was I couldn't work out which was Anton.
So does that mean Terry's mad as a hatter, or what?
I prefer not to use the word mad. Babies in dreams usually mean a project or a part of you. When you've lost your baby in the dream, well, look at it, you were a new mother, only 6 months, so it was a lot of new responsibilities. Now, we talk about everybody having a male and a female side, like men and women. So you were dreaming of your male baby getting lost. So as you were using your female side a lot to care for, nurture your baby. Your male side probably wasn't getting as much action as was used to. Your side that gets up, goes to work, makes the decisions, plans ahead. That's the male side. So it sounds to me like it was your male side saying, hey, don't lose me altogether. Now, in the dream, you did eventually find how to find your baby, but you had to figure out which one. So it was saying, it's okay, I will get back to the stage where I'm using both the male and female. We like to have them pretty balanced, but it'll take time and it'll take a bit of sorting out.
Okay, Olive says, I have a recurring dream since I was 4. I'm in a public bathroom and bursting to go to the toilet, but the toilets are filthy and I feel a presence behind me, a danger. I enter a cubicle, there's blood. Although the last time I had the dream, the toilets were sparkling and I peed in peace. Okay. But this is very common, people dreaming.
It's very common. It's one of the most common dreams, that you want to go to the toilet and you can't for some reason, or that you're going and there's people around you, there's no privacy. And it's a very positive dream to dream about going to the toilet, actually, because it's a letting go. It's letting go of whatever is going on, whatever has been pressing on you is going. So it's emotions or trials that you have had during the week or the month previously, and letting go of it. If you're in a situation where you can't or it's uncomfortable, well then there's something that you want to let go of, something in your emotional side, but you haven't figured out how to, or you're afraid that others might be pointing at you if you do.
Okay, for about 4 months, all my dreams have been about people who died belonging to me. Can't understand it. Before this, I seldom had any kind of dreams.
There are 2 different types of dreams when you dream about people who are dead. The more common is that you're dreaming of the different aspects of them. Everybody that you dream of has some aspects that you have as well. So you'll be thinking 1 or 2 words to describe each of them. They're the aspects of me. Do I feel there's changes in those areas of my life? Maybe one is a workaholic. Is the working part of me dying off a little bit, or is there change happening in that? And the other side now, I firmly believe that we have a spirit world here with us in the physical world too, and maybe a granny or a mother or somebody like that actually does come and visit you in your dream. So it can be a very comforting thing, but you'll know yourself. You'll either wake up feeling, gosh, I actually had some time with whoever it was, or you wake up and say, well, that was a good dream. You know, you'll just know which it is.
You do sessions with people where you interpret their dreams,
yes.
For about, it's about €50 to go through it all?
Yeah, because we actually spend time. If a person says, I was walking down the road, I'd be actually taking, okay, walking, road and down. She didn't say she was walking up the road. And then you'd say, well, you'd look at the colours that she's wearing and where the road is, and is it from childhood, is it from now? You'd get a lot of detail from, I was walking down the road. You get on to the next sentence. So you're pulling as much detail as possible out of it. So that's the first stage. And then you go into interpreting what each of the things means. What does the road mean? What does down mean? Does down in the dumps? Is it down?
Okay, well, before we would go, if people want more information on dreams or to get in touch, they can contact Alison on her website.